There's a new way to use Skool tiers for high-ticket sales and cohorts that most people aren't even aware of. But I feel that it fixes one of the main problems that we as coaches and people selling high-ticket offers within one group actually have with the new tier system. So by leveraging what I'm about to show you, you'll be able to get more urgency, do more promotions, and keep things more exclusive. And I like to call it the Skool Freemium switch. So let's get into it. So the main problem that I actually have with tiers is that we can't really turn premium on and off. We don't have an option to turn it on and off like we do with the VIP one. So basically, VIP is an option for us to sell the high ticket coaching and the cohorts and the inner circles and the mastermind groups, and to let people in while turning it on and off for small numbers. And with premium, currently, you have to have it on all the time. It's 100% on all the time. It cannot be turned off, because if you have freemium turned on, it needs one that is a premium and one that is free. Otherwise, it's not freemium. And the way that it's geared up on the platform, I asked them in Skool, in the support, and they said that you can't turn premium off. So you can't turn premium off, and people will lose access to the premium features if you turn it off. So the only way to do it is to use the VIP for this. But what if you only want to have VIP? What if you don't want to have premium open all the time because you don't want to have people able to sign up for your high ticket offer all the time? So therefore, we were kind of limited to having some type of lower ticket thing in between and then doing the higher ticket within VIP. But what if you only want to sell high ticket services? And what if you want to do cohorts where you're doing small groups? So you're not serving people evergreen. It's not on all the time. You're just doing it every few months. You're doing launches and promotions every few months. So this was a problem, and it's why many high ticket coaches have opted just to stay with two communities. They have a free community and a paid community. But this is a pain in the butt, because managing two communities is a massive brain drain, because all of the good people leave to the paid one, and you've got to focus your attention on two communities, which really separates your attention and your energy. And I've done this a couple of times, and I always end up neglecting the free community more. So it's fine if you've got additional support, but most of us just want to focus on one community. And I would love for them to do a couple more updates and, add some categories that can separate the different tiers as well. And hopefully we'll get that in future. But it was this thing that was actually stopping me from potentially moving across. And I have since tested it, and actually we can turn premium off. So support were wrong about this. And I asked them a couple of times and they were adamant that it wasn't the case. But I now tested this with some of my clients, and it is not the case. We can actually turn freemium on and off. So now that we can do that, we can create urgency for our offers. We can do cohorts. So we've got the freemium section here, as you can see. We can actually turn this off and switch back to free. So you can keep turning free on and then opening freemium again. And what I've noticed is that people will still have access to all of the freemium features. So just like when you set a course to private and then you turn it on and off so people can buy and don't buy, in the past, it would actually remove access. But actually now on testing that one as well, if a course is set to private, then actually the people inside it will continue to have access because they've already been given access. Once they're given access, they have that. The only way they would lose it if you switch it to draft. So we don't want to be switching things to draft. But as long as it's set to private and freemium and premium and the tiers are linked inside private, you can see. So if you set it to private, which is how you add a program to freemium and to tiers anyways, then what we do is when we set the course to private, they will automatically, we can then select the tier option for, say, premium or VIP or anything premium and above. And then that means that if people click on any of the calls or any of the courses that are linked to that, it will say that you need to upgrade to freemium, to premium. So therefore, it will link through to premium. But if we turn it off and we switch back to free, what happens is they only get to see this. They only see on the tiers page to be able to buy anything. They only see the standard package, the free one. So they only see that because free premium has now been turned off. but they still have, the people inside Premium still have access to everything inside. So that literally means that we can turn it on and off using this. Whereas VIP is obviously just turning it on with this part. So what I love about this is now we have the option to literally just be a free community that has a premium level, but you don't let everybody into it. You can create urgency. You could have limits on the number of people that you let in each month. So maybe you could say, okay, we're only going to let 10 people in this month. I'm opening it up. Maybe you want to gradually grow it. So I'm actually thinking about adding a monthly option to our high ticket program where people can get access to the program and the community group calls as an option. But I would only want to let a few people in each month and gradually grow that, because I want to give most of my attention to my VIP clients, my clients that are on the more premium packages and are getting more one-on-one attention. But we can bring a few more people in with this. So perhaps you could say, okay, overall is always going to be maxed out at 100 people. So that could be an additional layer of sort of urgency to say it's 100 in, it's $200 a month or whatever it's going to be, and it's 100 cap. But we're only going to gradually let people in. So it's going to be very high-end, small group coaching in real time that they can tap into anytime they want, but you're just going to let a few people in. And then you basically do a promotion every week, a month or 6 months or 6 weeks, let's say. And you say, okay, I'm going to let 5 people in this month. I'm going to let 10 people in this month. And you do it as a promotion each month to open up the door to a few people. People know it's limited access and then it's slammed close. And this creates urgency. And we can now do that with Premium and not just VIP. Or what I think is really great is that we can do cohorts with Premium. And the benefit of this is that maybe in the beginning, you don't want an evergreen program. You don't want the doors open all of the time because you lack urgency, you lack testimonials. So you really have to build the momentum to get people in for your first cohort anyways. So while you're working with those first beta testers, let's say your beta cohort, you don't want the doors to be open. You may be building the program with them. There's nothing to sell them. It's all going to be personalized. You've literally just created an offer and sold it. So you're not ready to have it evergreen and open all of the time. You just want to work with those first few people, build the program with them, get some feedback and testimonials. Then maybe you'll do another cohort after that. And then maybe you'll open up to evergreen afterwards. So this really does open up things for us and allow us to take advantage of the freemium part, but while also turning it into something that we can drive urgency around and not having it open all of the time. So there you go. I think it's a great feature for us as high ticket coaches to be able to drive a bit more urgency to our offers. Now, if you would like more help growing your community business, I'll link to our free group in the video description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.